It is your boy, Urs, and I have looked within the dark side of the Force, and I have seen many mobile game strategies that some would consider unnatural. The free-to-play, the whales, the krakens have never seen this level of monetization. I bring warnings of disaster, warnings of pain, of suffering. Let's hit it all.
Okay, guys, the first one is going to knock your socks off here. And this comes in from the Queen of the Hall, Becca 2017, and it is around the Hyperdrive Bundle. Guys, you know the bundle. It was high-priced. It gave you a ton of bang for your buck, probably the best value we've seen in the game in a long time, and designed to get new players kind of catapulted ahead of their shard and really get them to in-game content a bit sooner. Absolutely amazing bundle based on what we've seen. No question about that. But here's the kicker, guys. In 2020, we will see a Hyperdrive Bundle 2, but you can only buy it if you have Hyperdrive Bundle 1. And that's going to be the other half. Maybe it's going to get you from 5 to 7 stars and maybe Gear 7 to Gear 11. Maybe that's what we see in 2020. I could totally see that. They've got that fancy little animation there, and it turns your name from white to yellow. Maybe your name goes from yellow to orange. Next, we have continual failures for the easiest of layups. And what I mean by that is, think of Capital Games. All these other games that you played over the holidays, they all had some sort of holiday theme, some sort of holiday giveaway, something to let you know, hey, we appreciate you, we thank you. I guarantee Capital Games will fail at this one more time. We have gotten jack except the same old recycled events over and over and over the last few holiday breaks. They were completely out of office for this one, completely out of office for the last one, and I thought it was funny. The funny thing was, I logged into my game the next day, January 1st, and the login reward was like totally broken. I guess you had to like refresh the game, then it worked. But it was like totally broken. It was just a microcosm of how I feel that they value us. And I'm telling you, a prediction for 2020 is they will continue to fail at the easiest of things. It is a layup, a holiday layup. You just throw us a car bounty and call it good. They can't even do that. Basic things here, guys. Next up, I'm calling for it right now. The test accounts that the former Game Changers have, a lot of them have them. They're dysfunctional. Mine's like totally dysfunctional. Those are going to get taken away. Those are going to be gone. And the reason why I say that is they've kind of gone against the spirit of how they were supposed to be used. They did not want us showing pack openings on stream, on camera, that sort of thing. They've talked about a beta program, and they've talked about something like that. Having these weird accounts that kind of exist in their own server shard, but they still are actually in the game with just insane amounts of crystals. I don't know if that's a good look. They need to get rid of that and focus on getting us a proper test account again, getting these proper beta accounts they talked about. It's been no commentary from them around that topic, and I suspect test accounts, the legacy test accounts, and here's the thing, they're not even valuable because you don't have access to fire raids, you don't have access to get the characters, they no longer support the accounts, you have to do all sorts of farming, and they're just a total joke. So get us the proper beta program. I don't even care if I'm in it. You just get it to people that actually test these things and help you work on your quality assurance. We will get there, guys. Next thing we have here is Relics 8 through 15. Bank on it happening in 2020, maybe in Q4, Q3, 2020. So that is like second half of the year. Bank on seeing more Relics. Relics were too successful for this game to not continue with some sort of progression-based monetization strategy. They were way too successful, guys. And I'll be the first one to tell you. I resisted them at first. I was angry about it. And I have a channel around this game, so I have to do certain things. I have to spend money on certain aspects of the game. And at the end of the day, I think Relics provided a nice gap between having good mods and being able to whale out a little bit and meet some sort of middle ground and have fun with your roster. And the problem with Relics in the long term is that once everybody gets the certain characters to Relic 7 with, 16 mods and totally maxed out, the problem will be mods again, and mods will be a continual thing that you'll have to deal with. So I'm okay with them increasing the Relic cap like annually, just like small bumps. It doesn't have to be huge bumps like we saw with this last one with G13 being immediately released and then Relics coming on board after that. So here's the next prediction, guys, and it's a two-parter. In 2020, we will continue to either have late releases or bugged releases, bug new game modes, bug whatever it is, crappy quality tested content in 2020. I know I'm going on a huge limb here saying that they're not going to test their stuff. But where I'm coming from this on is that we just had a new movie come out, a new Skywalker Saga Star Wars movie. We got 3 characters around that. And why did we get 3 characters? Because they can't meet their own release schedules. They can't meet their own release schedules. They wanted to do the legendary super journey characters in Rey and Kylo there. They weren't able to get that in. They pushed it off to January. They're losing all their momentum with the new movie as it continues to taper off into theaters. So I don't know the strategy. They're either going to have to just restaff this project, and we know that's not going to happen. It's just laughable to say that. They're either going to have to restaff this project, or they're going to continue to fail or release bug content when it comes to releases. The next big prediction here is, this one comes in from Becca as well, and it's a great one. She thinks that we are going to see a Zeta Pack hit the store very soon. We saw it with Omegas a long time ago, and it could be very much possible that the pack is designed to give you RNG drops for Zeta mats, dictate a full vault for 1 Zeta. I could totally see that happening based on how they've done things recently, and don't be surprised if Zetas go on sale in 2020, guys. The next piece of information we're going to talk about here is the reskinning of old content. This is something they think that we actually want. Nobody wants this sort of thing. No one. And it's just comical that they're going to say, oh, the Reek fight, oh, the Acklay fight, those are new pieces of content. Really, they're not really new pieces of content because endgame players, only a select few can actually experience that stuff. I've done the Accolade fight one time, and the only reason I've done it one time is because there was a bug, and they had to go back and lift the requirements for that fight. So what I'm saying here, guys, is expect more reskin content. Maybe we go back to different flavors of TW, and they call that new content. Maybe we go back to new flavors of Grand Arena. Maybe we get a 4v4. They're holding on that 4v4. They're really holding on that. Maybe we get 3s and 4s and 5s and ships. Maybe we get that for Grand Arena. They're holding on all these different ideas because they really want to stretch the life out of these game modes. Okay, guys, let me remind you, in 2019, we saw the release of Darth Revan, where everybody wailed on Darth Revan, and everybody that was smart with their resources got Darth Revan, and it was supposed to be this big moment. And then they released Malik right after in what was a cash grab, a massive cash grab type event. Guarantee that sort of model will happen again because it depletes everybody of all their resources. And I almost feel like right here, right now, with the GAS event coming back, and I think the only reason that event came back, by the way, was because they stumbled on the release schedule for Rey and Kylo and those epic journeys or whatever they are. So expect a big event like Darth Revan, Darth Malik, where they're gonna make you use every ounce of resources you have, and then drop something to make it even better to separate you from the pack. Okay, guys, the next one is just a small one to talk about here, but I will say in 2020, Mark Dickinson, the senior producer, whatever he is, will continue to do nothing in terms of talk to the community or engage the community. And I still firmly believe that he is nothing more than a figurehead, already working on a different CG-based project. And Top Hat is really the guy calling all the shots over there. And I think that is working to their benefit because there's so much There's so much frustration in where to point the finger when things go wrong. Do you point it at Top Hat? Do you point it at Mark? You can't point it at Mark because he's never around, doesn't say anything. So expect this year that remains super hazy and mysterious at the top. But really, Top Hat's the guy you want to go after. If you want to yell at somebody, yell at Top Hat because he's the vocal-facing guy. He's the guy that's only engaging with the community. So he has to be the one to take the brunt of it when things don't go well. All right, guys, so here is the final heartbreaker prediction here. And what I'm going to say is at the end of 2020, I will still be playing this game. It breaks my heart to say that, and the only reason is because I love Star Wars. I love it. And while this game isn't perfect,